What's up, y'all? Bringing y'all another video today. We're going to be reacting to My Summer Job, Five Nights at Freddy's Creepypasta, and it's by Creepypasta Jr. Let's get to it. There's 3 parts to this. This is the first one. Let's get to it.
Everyone has precious childhood memories they hold on to.
Yep.
It's not until you grow up when you realize those memories are actually nightmares.
I wouldn't say all that.
I had recently finished my final year at school and had decided to enjoy my last summer vacation at my hometown. It sounds strange, I know, since college is usually where all the parties and fun summer events are held, and also since it was the last time I could enjoy such events. But I've gotten used to the taste of it last year, and it's not my type of thing. My parents rarely use my childhood home anymore. They only used it in the beginning of each year for about a month or 2. So, I decided to live there for the time being. My parents told me that they were fine with it over the phone, saying as long as I pay the bills, which I was cool with. I hadn't been in my hometown for a year, so I lost my job as a grocery store bagger. I decided I would resort to the newspaper ads since I was too lazy to go driving around town or searching online for one. I flipped through the employment section of the newspaper. Babysitter? No. Exterminator? Nah. Newspaper delivery? Nope. I did a good 5 minutes of scanning until I came across a rather interesting one. It was a job for one of my favorite childhood places. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Freddy's was an awesome place that my mother took me to whenever my father wasn't in town or I had just behaved long enough to get a special treat. Unfortunately, the job was for a security guard during the night. Not my ideal position, but I just couldn't turn down Freddy.
A job's a job.
I immediately circled the ad with my pen and called up the pizzeria. They said that I could have the job without getting an interview. They just asked me for my name. Mike Schmidt.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
23.
Without an interview?
I was then told that I could start this fall, November to be exact. To be honest, I was a little surprised. This fall? I began to rethink even working there, but then I remembered all the cash I earned while at my job in college. I'd have enough money to get by a couple of months before November, so I decided to take the job. Yeah, I cheered, knowing that I could have a job at one of my favorite childhood places ever, and that the job doesn't take up any of my time during the day. I then went upstairs to my old room to sleep, knowing I'd be alright this summer and coming winter. The next day, I decided I would take a little tour of my old town. I did a good walk down Main Street, went through the community park, and even passed by Freddy's. It was good to look at that old place again. I didn't want to go inside because I'm sure people would find it weird for a grown man with no child to walk into a children's place of happiness.
Yeah.
Though, while walking down one of the busiest streets in
That
my town,
might raise some eyebrows, bro.
a newspaper caught my eye. It had an article stating, "Murder case of 5 children reopens," in bold letters upon the top.
Damn.
I didn't want to take too long of a glance at it, but I realized that the picture to go along with the title was Freddy Fazbear. I was confused.
That's an indication right there.
I decided to take a copy and read it. Supposedly, a man dressed up like Freddy Fazbear and lured children away from their parents to kill them.
Damn.
I was shocked.
Are you sure it's just dressed up like him?
Whoever would do this. The next couple of months weren't very eventful. None of my childhood friends returned home like I did, even knowing I was here. I saw some old relatives and my parents thought about visiting me, but blew me off, of course. Heck, I even went out on 2 dates with this beautiful girl who I realized was just using me to get back at her ex.
Damn.
I didn't even really do anything special besides that.
Your life is
I
just
just
down
laid
the
around on my
crapper, isn't
couch
it?
watching movies and TV shows. Things went on and on like that until November came. November 8th, to be exact. It's my first day on the job. I had little money left, so it was good to finally start getting an income again. It was Monday night. I was about to head out to the pizzeria. I was a bit excited and worried at the same time. Excited because I was starting a new job at one of my favorite childhood spots, and worried because I would be there all night.
Yeah.
I was planning on sleeping the whole day to rest up for the rest of the night, but I just couldn't fall asleep.
I don't do graveyard shifts, man.
Oh well, I said to myself, not giving it too much thought. When I arrived at Freddy's, a man was waiting outside for me. Hey, are you the owner? I asked.
Who wants to know?
He responded.
Fuck you mean, who wants to know?
I'm Mike. I'm here for the night watch job, I said.
Oh, yes. How could I forget? Who else would be here at 12 a.m.?
Clearly you just forgot.
Neighborhood watch? I added, laughing slightly. Are you the one who's gonna teach me the basics?
Nah, I'm just the owner, as you guessed. I'm here to give you a pair of keys to the place. Your mentor left a message for you in the security office. Well, here you go.
He handed me the keys.
Remember, your shift always starts at 12 a.m. and doesn't end until 6 a.m. You got it?
He asked, sounding a bit anxious. Yeah, of course, I replied.
Good. Well, good night, son. Don't mess this up.
That's
or else
it?
you're out.
Good night, I called, but I don't think he heard me. I then opened the door to the place. Fortunately, he left it unlocked for me. Not that it's much of a deal if it wasn't. After all, I had the keys.
Hold on, bruh. This is your first night, and all he did was introduce himself and give you a little couple sentences of conversation and left? Bro, first indication was the news article. That should be a second indication that, okay, something's not right here. Like, why isn't this clicking in your brain? Like, I understand you're trying to get a paycheck, you were unemployed before, but come on, bro. You gotta use your brain as more than just a hat rack, man. Ugh.
I looked around the place. A huge sense of nostalgia hit me like a ginormous wave. I then recalled sitting at the party tables with my mother and friends, eating pizza and watching Freddy and the band sing. Then I looked to the stage. There they were. Chica, Bonnie, and Freddy. Oh, how nice it was to recite those names again.
I don't fuck with
After I relived my childhood memories, I then scanned the rest of the building, looking for the security office. My guess was that it was in the back of the building, which, of course, it was. I peeked in to see that there was no one there. I walked into the room, somewhat annoyed by the sounds of the rotary fan. I thought about turning it off, but then I realized how warm it was in that room. I had no choice but to keep it running. I also noticed a little beep sound going off every few seconds. I located the sound to be an answering machine. I pressed the play button, and a voice came on. I was surprised and wondered who it was. Could it be my mentor?
Hello? Hello? Hi. I'm the old security guard at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Hopefully you're getting this message. I need to explain to you what to do. Now, I'm actually finishing my last week here. That's why you're getting my job. I got my hours changed to 8 to 11:30 p.m., since I didn't have to stay up so late anymore. Sorry, that's your job now. Now, let me explain to you the basics so you can get through your first week. Now, on the table you're hopefully at, you should see a tablet.
I glanced over to the table and saw that the man was right. There was a large tablet with gray trim sitting on the table. I picked it up and turned it on.
If you see it, turn it on. The first thing you should see is a camera view of the main show stage, along with a lot of different square buttons on a map. Those square buttons are actually all security cameras that you need to check every now and then to make sure that someone or something didn't break into this place. The map is actually a whole layout of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, so you can get a pretty good idea of where things are. Now, I know what you're thinking. Who in the right mind would sneak into a child's place of fun? People aren't the problem here. It's actually the animatronics. You know,
And that's your third indication. Dude, 3 strikes and you're out, man. I would have been gone. I would have been gone after the second little incident with the owner trying to dip out on me. Nah, bruh.
Freddy and his pals.
I was confused. I tapped each camera looking around, seeing if anything was in the building. There was nothing, of course.
What I mean by that
He continued.
is that the animatronics get a little quirky at night. They're left in some sort of free roam mode at night for some reason.
Nope.
And walk around the whole building. They used to be able to do that during the day, but there was the bite of 87. Yeah, I don't want to go too deep into that, but let me just say that it's shocking that the human body can survive without the frontal lobe.
The
I was
fuck?
starting to get a little creeped out now. Checking the cameras again
Fourth
to make sure nothing was
indication.
out of the ordinary.
I'm gonna move on now. Now, the characters here, when they see you, they will not see you as a worker, because it's nighttime. They'll actually see you as an endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll try to forcefully shove you into a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for the suits being filled with animatronic devices and cross beams, especially around the facial area.
5th indication. These animatronics, these robots, they don't just perform for children. They roam on their own. They do what they want to do after hours. Bruh, you're really fucking up. Like, it's too early for this shit. This is your first night, and you're already not taking life seriously.
So, you can understand that would cause some discomfort.
Kinda.
And, death. The only parts of your body that would see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and your teeth when they pop out of the front of the mask.
A cold chill jolted up my spine.
Hang up on him.
I wasn't sure what to do.
Stop that
I checked
voicemail.
the camera once more to see that Bonnie was no longer on the stage.
That's that shit.
Fear started to grip me, and anxiety plagued my mind while I checked the rest of the cameras.
I bet.
I then saw Bonnie standing in the audience area. I paid close attention to what the man said next.
I just want you to know that there's really nothing to worry about. It may sound scary, yeah, but really, you'll be fine. Now, let me explain to you what happens if a character gets a little too close to you. Next to you, there are buttons for each door. One for closing the door and the other for enabling the door lights.
I tested it out, and of course he was right. The doors and lights would open and close and turn on and off on command. I once again checked the cameras to see that Bonnie was in the hallway right next to me.
Close the door.
I was prepared to close the door if it came closer.
No, don't wait.
Frequently check those lights to see if a character is out there. Don't be worried at all. But if you ever do see a character, close the door. As soon as they're gone, you can open them back up. And also, keep an eye on a specific character in Pirate Cove. It seems to respond if the camera is on or off it for too long. Just don't worry. You'll be fine. First day will be a breeze. Check those cameras and, oh yeah, make sure you don't run out of power. You only get a certain amount each night. Using all the appliances wastes more of it. So, conserve it. Talk to you tomorrow.
Maybe.
Good night.
The message ended. I checked my cameras and sure enough, it had a power percentage bar there. It said I had 80%. Wow. 20% gone in just 5 minutes? Maybe it's because I left the screens on all this time. That might be a bad idea.
You don't say.
What else did he say? A character in Pirate's Cove? I never remembered that place as a child. I then checked through the cameras until I found Pirate Cove. There was a curtain there, but it was closed. I took it as a good sign, I guess.
You better.
I then checked the hall where Bonnie was to see if he had moved there.
You don't want to see what's behind the
But
curtain.
he wasn't. Checking the camera next closest to me to see that he wasn't there either. I was confused. Surely he wouldn't leave the area.
Shit. Alright.
Then something compelled me to check the lights. I checked the right side, and of course, nothing was there. And then I turned to my left. The shadowy corridor gave off an ominous feel. Then I hit the light switch, and Bonnie was there, staring at me. I smashed the door button as fast as I could. I was terrified, but
I hate
realized
that game
they
so
weren't real
much.
people trying to hurt me. They were just robots. I calmed down. I could hear some footsteps just outside the door.
That game is like the king of jump scares.
Hesitantly, I reopened the door, and to my surprise,
I've
Bonnie
never
wasn't
played
there.
it. I've seen people play it.
The night went
and
on to
that
be
shit,
similar to that. Bonnie got close to me a few times.
I don't think I
and
could do it.
The curtain at
I might try
Pirate's
playing
Cove
it one
opened
day.
a little bit, but I couldn't see anything in there. Chica and Freddy stayed up on stage, thankfully, and I just finished the night with 14% power to spare.
On your first night? You better learn how to
I
conserve
overcame
that
my
shit in the
fears of
future.
them trying to kill me and simply thought they were just trying to play.
Yeah, alright. You'll find out.
I finally left Freddy's and went home to sleep the day away. After that night, I was exhausted.
I bet.
I wonder what the other nights have in store for me.
You'll find out. Anyway. Okay, so that was part 1 of my summer job. 5 Nights at Freddy's Creepypasta. And already he's going off to a bad start. All these signs, the news article, the owner trying to dip out on you as soon as you get there, the things the old security guard said, like, bro, take a hint, man, come on now. But that's it for this part, guys. I'm go ahead, upload this part, and then I'll get started on part 2, get that uploaded pretty soon. So just be patient with me, and I'll get all 3 parts thrown up easily by probably tomorrow or sometime like that. So like, comment, share my video, subscribe to my channel. Get me out there, guys. And y'all stay blessed and stay safe. And Happy New Year's. I'm out. Oh, but that's awkward. I was trying to stop the recorder, and I was gonna be fancy and do it like this or some shit. I don't know. I'm out.